So yeah, I think JA Solar really presented this integrated solution, and they also briefly indicated that they are also entering into the BC module segment. And then we also had an interesting presentation from Royan Malachi from GCL. GCL really leveraging its full vertically integrated PV manufacturing, and based on that, Royan has detailed about the latest BC product that was, based on FBR silicon, multi-layer dielectric films, and Z zero bus bar interconnection. And we also had a presentation from Gokin, probably right now the third largest BC module company, but coming from the vaporing background. Gokin presented its latest back contact technology, which features the updates on materials. Obviously, leveraging on their strong presence in wafer segment materials, and then also cell and module level. So I think company has used a high resistive wafers with improved minority carrier lifetime, and the cells are based on 0 BB interconnections. And at the module level, one more unique feature is a full screen configuration. And then we had Jia Zhu from Suntech. So in addition to emphasizing on their presence across the value chain, Suntech has also expanded its horizons with the latest energy storage portfolio for all the applications, so residential, C&I, and utility. Then we had a presentation from Mohammad Alshraf from ICO. ICO presented the Gen 4 ABC technology with key features such as cell efficiency of 27.4%, reduced cell gaps, and 0 BB interconnection, nanoscale edge insulation. This is mainly for the reliability. And most importantly, BC is not anymore a residential or C&I oriented product. ICO is promoting it to all applications. So with this, let's move on to today's agenda. We have Alex Barros from CRU, who is going to give a keynote presentation. And then we have Barry Chen from LONGi. He's going to talk about sustained technological innovation fuels product value breakthroughs. And then we have Trina Solar, Adele Zhao, who is representing Trina Solar. And Jinko Solar, we have Senbo Yan. And we also have a presentation from Tongwei, Jason Yang, and TCL Solar is represented by Xiao Geng. And we have Hamid Hanifi from A Solar. Finally, we are going to listen from Pochan Yang from Ryzen about heterojunction technologies. But before I hand over the floor to Alex, I would also like to, I missed. So we also have a panel discussion at the end with Adele, Alex, Hamid, and Xiao. So before I hand over the floor to Alex, I would also like to bring your attention, take this opportunity to emphasize a little bit about one of our recent report, which is based on Top Solar Modules. So it's an analysis report that we publish for every half year. Probably you all know TaiyangNews publishes a monthly feature of Top Solar Modules, which ranks the top commercial efficiencies of leading integrated cell and module manufacturers. And since we have the data we collected from over years, so we also try to do an analysis to understand key trends. And This is our eighth version of that, eighth edition of that report. And what we do in this report, what we cover in this report is top 3 efficiencies, top of each cell technology developments within 4 different efficiency bands, and the development started according to each cell technology. Then not as extensive as efficiency, but we also do a little analysis about the power that includes top 3 powers and the top power of each technology. So I'm not going to give you the complete details. You can download the report for free on our website. But here in this slide, how the number of products in the top modules have shifted. This is interesting because the highest efficiency band right now, probably we would also change in the future or in our next edition. So 22% to about 22.5%, which was not so much in 2.5 years, like there was only 10. And this has really become the leading, whereas the lowest efficiency band represented by PERC and others, they're all going down. So here, the most important key takeaway is the top efficiency has hit 25% benchmark, and most of the top module efficiency, this top 3 efficiencies, are really led by, in most of the time, was a BC's area. Yeah. And ICO and Longji are currently sharing this top position. So this is how the efficiency progress of the top 1 efficiency has progressed over last 2.5 years. So there was an absolute gain of 1.5%, and top 2 is around 1.5% also. And this is also mostly top 1 and top 2 is mostly DC. And if you go to the top 3, it's for a very little brief time. There were other technologies like Trina, represented by TOPCon, and Ryzen heterojunction, and finally JA representing the TOPCon. Otherwise, before that, it was only the BC game. And you could see that there is a gap because there was no top 3, because top 2 and 3 were taken out by 1 efficiency ranking. And top of each cell technology, let me also go into the details. So no need to mention, ICO was initially the leading company in terms of BC module efficiency, and eventually Longi has also joined in the month of April. And as far as the TOPCon is concerned, currently the highest efficiency is around 24.1%. It went from 22.65% around 2.5 years ago. And for heterojunction, I think it was really progressing at a good pace initially, but I think of late it has also subsided more or less, and it settled at 23.8% from the beginning of this year, and no further progress has been seen. And as far as the PERC, you might have also seen even this. It was always at 21.7%, and it slipped to 21.6%, not because the top efficiency slipped, but the products which were of top efficiency, they were delisted. So companies are moving away from PERC. So that is why the top efficiency ranking got lowered. And so this is the summary. And here is the power scenario. As always, heterojunction has been leading the power game. And very briefly, GCL Silicon, very briefly, it was also joined by Tongwei. But then again, the top power was always heterojunction. And as far as the number two, it was sometimes heterojunction and sometimes TOPCon, and PERC has been always been was there, but because of the uh, the changes in the top efficiencies, some of the top efficiency, so changes in the top power that has pushed the number two, number three into the subsequent rankings. So all top three powers increased by 35 watt in last 1.5 year. So if you have any other questions, it's really in detail covered in our top modules, top solar modules analysis, the report you can download for free on our website. So once again, I would like to thank our sponsors